Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages. This is a special edition of our show. Today we are talking about Africa, interesting stories from the continent of Africa. Some of the stories will show you how similar our foolishness is, and some of them will show you how different. Some Nigerians think that their president is the only one that talks crap.
Wow.
Well, imagine if you were from Uganda. The Ugandan president, Yoweri Museveni, recently told his country people that he is in love with cows.
Whoa.
He said that he loves cows so much that he considers the longhorn cows as his sisters and brothers.
His drive to manage Uganda aside, Museveni was also tasked on this show to explain why he has an incredible love for the longhorned Ankole cows.
When I was young, I knew this cow, then its children, its grandchildren. So they are like my sisters and brothers. They are not just cows. They are part of my family. That's very true.
I'm sure that coming from a place where young women turn into goats and sheep give birth to half humans, that you have a lot of questions for the president of Uganda.
Wow.
But wait, Museveni is not your typical African president. He plays soccer like a professional. Just watch.
The presence of His Excellency Ban Ki-moon, Secretary General of the United Nations. Football has brought us all together today.
When I say that Museveni is not your typical president, I really mean it. If you doubt me, please tell me if your president can do this.
I can even give you some rap myself now. Adamakat karara, karara kahigara, garo antambiko, tambiko ampakasyo, akasyo nakabagesi, bagesi bamporo, corona hawa koko, alkoko ya mpihuri, yuruna direzabana, abana bampengeyo, yuruna cyumukama, mukama yampakasa, sana kishurumu mukazi, kazi yazara umwana, namweta mugarra, nagarezo ushinishevu. Today, these young people talked to me about this rap because I was not following what they were saying. You want another rap? You want another rap? You want another rap? You want another rap? Penkoni, penkoni ngarama zezire ni chundevinyo. Ibi byatendegere. Tendegere nkube mutere. Mutere heguru mparia.
Being president in Africa is a serious assignment these days. Here is another African coup president, President Jacob Zuma of South Africa, taking his third wife. As of the last count, Zuma has 5 wives and many concubines, some of whom are rumored to be daughters of his ministers. Running a country and a wife is not an easy feat. If you doubt it, ask President Mwai Kibaki of Kenya.
Right.
He's having difficulty with the only wife he has, Lucy. Every now and then, he calls a press conference to restate that he has only one wife.
Welcome to this press conference. This is my wife, Lucy, and I want to state something that I've wanted you to hold dear and permanently in your heart. You know, and I know, and everybody else knows that I'm married and I have only one wife. And everyone in Kenya knows it. But the media keeps repeating about my having another wife or wives. I want to make it very clear that I have only one dear wife, Lucy, who's here.
Ask now or never. From here you go right more lines. I'll be with you. Now is the president.
Any questions you can ask? Anybody?
Yes, ask now. And from now on, continue the truth. Hurting us, the president did not say that. You have been tormenting us. I don't know what to get out of it. You get here and nearly came to your studios last night to attack you the way I did the nation. I saw you listening to somebody called Moite talking about the president. Telling lies. Covered by so many people. You, foreign journalists, ambassadors, name them, all of them, listening to Moite's lies. The president might not take him to court. Me and my family will not take him to court over that issue. Go tell him that.
If she's not the craziest African first lady out there, I don't know any. I don't know about you, but often I wonder, where do they get these leaders in Africa? In 2009, a smart Kenyan offered Bill Clinton 40 goats and 20 cows to marry Chelsea Clinton. But the other day, the president of Chad, Idris Deby, took 400 guests to Sudan to marry the daughter of a Janjaweed leader. President Deby paid $26 million in dowry. Wow. That's unfortunate, considering that when the Janjaweeds want an African woman, they just mount on a donkey, run into an African market, and grab any girl they want and go home. In 2009, African first ladies met in California to discuss health initiatives for women. Look at them, beautiful women. Yeah, yeah. At the meeting, Nigeria was represented by Turai Yaradua, while Kenya was represented by the wife of the Prime Minister, Odinga Odinga. The second edition of the initiative is coming up soon. This time, Kenyan media are asking the president to send his wife. Worried about going to California to pose with these young first ladies, Mrs. Lucy Kibaki stormed the newsroom of Nation newspaper to warn reporters. You watch.
Now you have very juicy news, she said, breaking into laughter. An agitated Mrs. Kibaki at one point slapped Katie and cameraman Clifford Derrick hard across the cheek, wondering why he was taking pictures. She also instructed journalists not to take any notes and confiscated a cell phone from a journalist who was sending a text message.
I heard that you are looking for me at Mudaiga police station. Just to do the report about that one and write about it. I don't care.
Please, first lady, please.
Give me that film.
Please, first lady,
You can't put it, my picture in your paper. No.
Please, first lady, please.
Give it.
Please, first lady, please.
Give it.
The First Lady, who declared herself brave, said no one would stop her from protesting if and when she felt aggrieved. She accused some unnamed persons of trying to stop her from staging the sitting at the Nation newsroom.
The Nigerian First Lady, Patience Jonathan, is also concerned about going to California to pose with these young First Ladies. She recently watched a video of Mrs. Michelle Obama showing off her push-up skills on Ellen's show. Inspired, Patience Jonathan decided to do push-up in preparation for the trip to California. You watch.
Modified push-ups.
We often forget that the release of Nelson Mandela from jail in 1990 and the end of apartheid had its casualties. You know, Winnie Mandela, Pierre Botha were known casualties. But there were others, like Lucky Dube, the reggae star who was killed by armed robbers in Free South Africa. In Nigeria, there is a living casualty who is dying by installment. His name is Majek Fashek. In his heydays, he opened for the likes of Tracy Chapman and he was able to send down the rain. But these days, he's begging for manna from heaven. Here is Majek when it was cool to sing about Free Mandela. And now here is Majek today. If you have visited Africa recently, you will have known that the Chinese are not just coming, they are already there in full force. They have bought over the police force in Africa. They have built a headquarters for the African Union. Every inch of that building is bugged. I became concerned when married African women started having children for Chinese men. My concern is that they will definitely bring down the overall height of Africans. And that cannot be a good thing. In Nigeria, the former EFCC chairman and one-time presidential candidate, Nuhu Ribadu, has accepted a new job. He's going to help the Nigerian Petroleum Corporation collect its debts. He is to set up the first calling center without Indian workers in Nigeria. The news disappointed a lot of Nigerians who had high hopes for Ribadu. But the Taliban in Afghanistan were the most furious. They have issued a fatwa against Ribadu for accepting a job under a woman. I leave you with this bit of good news. Robert Mugabe of Zimbabwe almost died the other day. What saved him was the news that a woman in Britain had 2 vaginas. The 87-year-old president quickly opened his eyes. I want to see this one before I go, he said. I bet you he's not the only one who is waiting for the picture. Until next week, this is Dr. Damages. I diagnose.
You heal yourself.
Thank you.
I'm on the rock, and then I take a stop. I had to run like a fugitive.
Welcome to Forstview Luxury Hotel. At Forstview Luxury Hotel, we offer excellent service. Our rooms have all the necessary facilities to make your stay comfortable and memorable. You will also have access to internet service, breakfast, 24-hour power supply, full air condition, free international calls, free tire pumping service, and free car battery charge. So what are you waiting for? Quickly visit Forstview Luxury Hotel. We are located at number 1 Adeola Mishile off Raji Rasaki Road, First Estate, Amuwo, Odofin Festac, Lagos. For more information or reservation, please call us on 08075787135 or 08099900601. You can also take advantage of our online ongoing promo at www.forceviewhotel.com to make your reservation and payment for your favorite room, which attracts a discount rate. Please note, rooms are reserved based on first come, first serve. Forstview Luxury Hotel. Experience the home of comfort. They come.